Surface-mounted fixtures labeled suitable for wet locations can be used in a shower. The critical factor is the labeling that explicitly states suitability for wet locations. This designation indicates the fixture is designed and manufactured to withstand the moisture and humidity characteristic of a shower environment. Using a fixture not specifically labeled for wet locations poses a safety hazard. These non-rated fixtures may not be adequately sealed or constructed to prevent water ingress, leading to corrosion, electrical shorts, and potentially dangerous situations. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for electrical installations in wet locations, including showers. The NEC aims to minimize the risk of electric shock and fire hazards. Specifically, the NEC addresses requirements for lighting fixtures in damp and wet locations. It emphasizes the importance of using listed or labeled equipment that has been evaluated and found safe for its intended purpose. The listing or labeling is typically provided by a recognized testing laboratory such as Underwriters Laboratories, or UL, or Intertek, or ETL. These laboratories test electrical products to ensure they meet established safety standards. When selecting a surface-mounted fixture for a shower, carefully examine the product labeling and documentation. Look for markings that clearly indicate the fixture is suitable for wet locations. The absence of such a marking should be interpreted as an indication that the fixture is not intended for use in a shower or other similar environment. The term wet location has a specific definition in the NEC. It refers to areas subject to saturation with water or other liquids. Showers clearly fall into this category due to the constant exposure to water spray and high humidity. The NEC requires that electrical equipment installed in wet locations be designed and installed in a manner that prevents water from entering or accumulating within the enclosure. This typically involves the use of watertight or rain-tight enclosures, gaskets, and seals. In addition to the general requirement for wet location suitability, the NEC also addresses specific requirements for lighting fixtures installed within the shower zone. The shower zone is defined as the area within a certain distance from the shower head. Within this zone, lighting fixtures must be either listed for wet locations or protected by a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI. A GFCI is a safety device that detects ground faults, which are electrical leaks to ground. If a ground fault is detected, the GFCI quickly interrupts the flow of electricity, preventing electric shock. The use of a GFCI is an additional layer of protection in wet locations where the risk of electric shock is higher. When installing a surface-mounted fixture in a shower, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Ensure that all wiring connections are properly made and that the fixture is securely mounted to the wall or ceiling. It is also important to use the correct type of wiring and conduit for the application. The NEC specifies requirements for wiring methods in wet locations. These requirements are designed to prevent water from entering the wiring system and causing corrosion or electrical shorts. If you are not comfortable working with electrical wiring, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the installation. A qualified electrician has the knowledge and experience to ensure that the installation is safe and compliant with the NEC. In summary, the use of surface-mounted fixtures in a shower is permissible provided the fixture is specifically labeled as suitable for wet locations. This labeling assures that the fixture is designed to withstand the rigors of the shower environment, including moisture and humidity. The NEC provides additional guidance on electrical installations in wet locations, emphasizing the importance of using listed or labeled equipment and following proper installation procedures. Always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. Understanding the importance of proper labeling ensures that you are making informed decisions about electrical safety in your home. Utilizing a fixture not specifically designed for wet locations could create a serious electrical hazard. Remember to always consult the NEC and local electrical codes for specific requirements in your area. This will guarantee that your installation meets all applicable safety standards. Furthermore, be aware that different types of wet location ratings exist. Some fixtures may be rated for direct water contact, while others are only rated for exposure to humidity. Ensure that the fixture you choose has the appropriate rating for its intended location within the shower. The location of the fixture within the shower also plays a role. Fixtures installed closer to the shower head will be exposed to more direct water spray than those installed further away. Consider this when selecting a fixture and ensure that it is appropriately rated for the level of water exposure it will experience. Grounding is another crucial aspect of electrical safety in wet locations. Ensure that the fixture is properly grounded according to the NEC requirements. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker and preventing electric shock. Proper grounding is particularly important in wet locations where the risk of electric shock is higher. Also, ensure that the circuit supplying the shower lighting is protected by a GFCI. As mentioned earlier, a GFCI is a life-saving device that can quickly interrupt the flow of electricity in the event of ground fault. A GFCI should be installed in the circuit breaker panel or at the outlet supplying the shower lighting. Test the GFCI regularly to ensure that it is functioning properly. Most GFCIs have a test button that can be used to verify their operation. Pressing the test button should trip the GFCI and interrupt the power supply. If the GFCI does not trip when the test button is pressed, it may be defective and should be replaced. When choosing a surface-mounted fixture for a shower, consider the light output and color temperature. The light output is measured in lumens and the color temperature is measured in Kelvin. A higher lumen output will provide more light, while a low Kelvin temperature will produce a warmer, more yellow light. Choose a light output and color temperature that is appropriate for your needs and preferences. Also, consider the style of the fixture. Surface-mounted fixtures are available in a variety of styles to complement your bathroom decor. Choose a fixture that is both functional and aesthetically pleasing. Before beginning any electrical work, always turn off the power to the circuit at the circuit breaker panel. This will prevent electric shock. Use a non-contact voltage tester to verify that the power is off before touching any wires. If you are not sure how to turn off the power, consult with a qualified electrician. When working with electrical wiring, always use insulated tools. This will help to protect you from electric shock. Wear rubber gloves and safety glasses for additional protection. If you are unsure about any aspects of the electrical installation, consult with a qualified electrician. It is always better to be safe than sorry. Electrical work can be dangerous if not performed properly. By following these guidelines, you can ensure that your shower lighting is safe and compliant with the NEC. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. The NEC is updated regularly, so it is important to stay informed of the latest requirements. You can purchase a copy of the NEC from the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, or view it online at the NFPA website. Local electrical codes may also have additional requirements that are not covered in the NEC. Check with your local building department to ensure that your installation complies with all applicable codes. Furthermore, it is always wise to keep a record of all electrical work that is performed in your home. This record should include the date of the work, the name of the electrician who performed the work, and a description of the work that was performed. This record can be helpful in the future if you need to make repairs or modifications to your electrical system. In addition to the NEC and local electrical codes, there are also a number of industry standards that provide guidance on electrical safety. These standards are developed by organizations such as the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, or IEE, and the American National Standards Institute, or ANSI. Following these standards can help to ensure that your electrical installation is safe and reliable. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. By following these guidelines, you can help to protect yourself and your family from electric shock and fire hazards. Remember to always prioritize safety and consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns. Regularly inspect your electrical system for any signs of damage or wear. Look for things such as cracked or frayed wires, loose connections, and damaged outlets. If you find any problems, have them repaired immediately by a qualified electrician. Never attempt to repair electrical problems yourself unless you are a qualified electrician. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is best to leave it to the professionals. Educate yourself and your family about electrical safety. Teach children not to play with electrical outlets or appliances. Make sure everyone in the family knows what to do in the event of an electrical emergency. By taking these precautions, you can help to prevent electrical accidents and injuries. If you are planning to remodel your bathroom, consider upgrading your electrical system. This may involve adding new circuits, replacing old wiring, and installing new GFCI outlets. Upgrading your electrical system can improve the safety and functionality of your bathroom. When choosing an electrician to perform electrical work in your home, be sure to select a licensed and insured electrician. A licensed electrician has met the requirements of the state or local licensing board and has demonstrated their knowledge and skills. An insured electrician has liability insurance to protect you in the event of an accident or injury. Ask the electrician for references and check their online reviews. This will help you to get a sense of their reputation and quality of work. Get a written estimate from the electrician before they begin any work. The estimate should include a detailed description of the work to be performed and the cost of materials and labor. Be sure to ask the electrician about any potential hidden costs or fees. Never pay an electrician in cash. Pay by check or credit card so that you have a record of the transaction. Keep a copy of the electrician's invoice and any other documentation related to the electrical work. This documentation may be needed for warranty purposes or for future repairs. If you have any complaints about the electrician's work, contact the licensing board or the Better Business Bureau. These organizations can help you to resolve disputes with contractors. Remember, electrical safety is an ongoing process. By following these guidelines and staying informed, you can help to ensure that your home is safe from electrical hazards.